Welcome to Slam, Stress Less and Automate More, hosted by FC, KB, and yours truly, JR. This podcast is your go to resource for surviving and thriving in today's fast paced work environment. Whether you're working from home or in the office, we bring you actionable insights, smart automation tips, and workplace strategies to help you stress less and get more done. Join us as we break down the best ways to streamline your workflow, boost productivity, and stay ahead of the game. Let's slam into a smarter way of thinking and working. Let's go to you, FC.
Hi, I'm FC, and Slam is not just a solution, it's a lifestyle. Right, Kay?
Yeah, right.
So, let's start with, let's switch it up a bit lang kay to mga listeners, kay mga Bisaya man. Di ba? Saya lang
Right.
sa Tagamay.
Sige.
Ang itong unang topic ay, we all know this, we all use this, ChatGPT versus Gemini. JR, unsa gonna usually gamit nimo? Gemini or ChatGPT?
To be honest, it's mostly ChatGPT.
Ikaw, Kay?
Uh, I started with ChatGPT when it was first launched. So I am more into ChatGPT.
And yeah, the thing is, both of them are great. And I'm just gonna show you the kind of difference between both, and which is more effective in what ways. But before that, let me show you something I did sa ChatGPT versus Gemini. So get ready, Kachel. Um, let me share my screen. This is murag mari nimo makita ba how they think gani, both ChatGPT and Gemini. So akong gi-chess sila. Ipapaduwag chess. So I go, Gemini, let's play chess. ChatGPT, let's play chess. In 3 out of 3 times nagaduwa mi ni kuan Gemini o ni ChatGPT. 3 out of 3 times. It's always a stalemate. Kanang ang king na lang mabilin or some pawns mabilin and ana. So they're both smart. But here is the difference na kung nakita nila. If you can see my screen, kani siya, that means in rock or kani White Castle King side. In rock. Akong yusab in rock. My response is B6. Pero si ChatGPT, 2 out of 3 times in rock. Up. You've already castled earlier, so castling again isn't possible. You like to make a
Correct.
different move. So, though sila both AI and learning, the way ChatGPT learns is that he grabs information from whatever sources he can grab, analyze it, and apply the rules, whatever rules imong or prompts imong gibutang sa ChatGPT. Gemini only grabs the information, grabs the sources, inana, and paste the or ibutang sa ang answer or response. So depending on how you use them, is the key to being effective at work in a way, di ba? Any insights or inputs on this?
Yeah. The reason why I stick to ChatGPT because when it was launched, it has a featured machine learning. It has a capability to learn from your previous prompt. So busa mo niya kung gigamit. So for example, I mean, I'm working on something. Let's say here in a real life scenario, you're trying to apply. So what I did, I just put my resume there for one prompt. He created, I mean, he somehow enhanced the resume. But the next time you ask ChatGPT about I am applying for this job, uh, create a cover letter. So he already knows who you are. It's somehow like that. So your your name, you just prompt it, look at my resume, so he can search it. So he can create based on the resume. And over time, especially at work, um, let's say here in you're working in one industry, you keep repeating those prompts, creating a message for you, so it has a capability to understand what your work all about, and he will apply it. For example, in creating email, you want to 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 start your email with, I mean, especially with dealing with customer, you want to start your email with an apology, empathy, and reassurance. So the next time that you ask him, or I mean, you ask ChatGPT to create an email for this certain scenario, which is the customer is already frustrated, then definitely naana didto ang imuhang gusto. So minimal na lang kayo yung imuhang i-prompt. So over the time, it's getting better. So that's why I like ChatGPT.
Nice. I just thought of something ba na, though sakto sa ano na it learns from the history that sa imuhang mga interactions with ChatGPT, but is it also limiting in a way, di ba? Since you already have those barriers, kumbaga, na you are working at a BPO or whatever, so yung answers would be just related to. But that's a topic for another time.
Mhm.
Right. Actually, it's the memory function man gud niya is I'm not saying unique, but dili present sa Gemini. The problem with Gemini, I think Gemini and the other one katong the Microsoft one inspired ba na siya nga the one that allows you to even sa Meta nga AI, di ba? They have an AI mag-prompt ka to create an image o then it produces like four results. O if you add a comment on top of it, it will treat it as a separate request bitaw. Pero the GPT is that nasa output niya, then you comment on the output, no, do it like this, then yara siyang ikuan mura na jud kay like, nahigstorya jud og much more kuan sophisticated kanang piece of tech or AI.
Ano pero, mo lang
Ana
gid
siya.
na ang ako na-notice is ChatGPT na siya machine learning. Like, over the time, is getting smarter and smarter. Unlike the I tried the Copilot.
Copilot, yes,
It
kana
doesn't work for
Copilot.
me. Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, yeah, that's true. No, I do believe na yun na ChatGPT is higher or more complex than any other AI. But in terms of functionality uses, the only reason why I use Gemini is because it's already integrated to its their own kwan universe gani. Another whole world kumbaga. Kay it's already integrated to Google Docs, Google Spreadsheet, and tanan na mga apps that is created by Google. If familiar mo og AppSheet was a different company before. Now it's been bought out by Google. It's more of AI that creates apps for you based on the spreadsheet that you've created. But that's another topic for another time in Slam. Karon lang is would start with, since Gemini is my go-to AI. The reason why I use it is because mogamit ba mo og spreadsheets, JRK?
Yeah.
Yes.
Used to be using Excel, but nowadays uh, Google Sheet is more
Yep.
accessible because we can access it anywhere as long as you have internet connection.
And may naman sa kayo ganang difference between their formulas and their functionalities. But what do you usually use it on? Usually trackers may ginagamit din, right?
Trackers and
Trackers.
dashboard.
On dashboard.
Ano?
Yeah. So, my topic or what I would like to discuss how to effectively use Gemini in asking or creating a formulas for your spreadsheet. Do you use Gemini to create a formula for you in spreadsheets, JRK?
For me, I ask ChatGPT. I mean, especially if I deal with baby scripts. So I ask sometimes, yes, I ask ChatGPT to create one.
Right. For you, JR.
Yeah, mostly I'd Google for simple, those formula that the format nga malimtan mo.
True. So, yeah, simple lang kayo ang pag-ask sa GPT or ni Gemini on the formulas. But how to effectively use it is by first doing it right. Na I'm gonna ano sa mga project management, do it right the first time. Your raw data or your raw data basically has to be pristine. Um, so what are the guidelines on creating a good raw data table or a data table or a raw data? That would be my topic for today. So let me share again my screen for you guys. That wasn't my screen. That's okay. Spreadsheet. Right. So first and foremost, row one is always has to be the headers,
Mm.
and column A has to be mandatory unique identifier. Why? In every um, source data or kung create mo og kanang apps or create mo program, naagi na unique identifier tanan. Every entry has to have a unique identifier. When you create forms then a user submits the form. The unique identifier usually ginagamit nila is the date and time. Okay, that unique mo dyan na, di mo gina up to the millisecond per second. Unique dyan na siya. But you can create your own kind of unique serials. But that has to be the first. The reason why again is to avoid any duplicates. And also to kung mogamit kag lookup, you can use that to look up certain data points or data sets. Then one thing said is your headers should also be unique and unique dili magbalik-balik, and also avoid mga spaces. Mo gini kasagaran or the pirmi mistake or always kuan ba masayo pa mga tao is when they create or put or enter a data into their data table, nice spaces. Like for example, the price. Yeah, mumutangan ng space. That's a big no-no yun. Erase yun nimo. Ang good. Cause the reason why So if ako na i-count if ang price, ay, sorry, makitaan. Pero kung ano ba space, Sarah said, kung tantangan ko yung space ani, 0, 2. So, tricky kay siya kay di mo makitan, but it can change your whole results. Next, avoid merge. Ilig kay tag mga merge. Merge na dire. Ano? Yeah, so tanin price. Price, US price, Philippine price, and etc. Avoid merges kay it would complicate whatever you're going to formulate in the future. If you want to differentiate it, then US price. Or categorize mo mayo, Philippine price. And then next is always follow the same format. If your format for date is to month, date, year, then follow yun animo throughout the whole data set. So before I continue, namo yung mga questions that you would like to go on? Or namo yung
Like,
insights?
add lang na entry and it's sometimes manggod when we do copy paste, it doesn't matter how the information is kanang obtained bitaw it could be pasted directly to the cells or through a Google form, uh, as long as kanang mag copy paste ka. When you do copy paste um sometimes mag-leave na siya extra space towards the end, either sa beginning or towards the end ang space. So it doesn't have to be like kanang bitong manual na put in. So those are common kanang errors jud na ako makitaan if they do copy paste. Chances are na dyan space nga mabilin nila niya in a fast pace nga kanang kuan nga department nga kanang that relies heavily on like data entry, copy paste, enter, copy paste, enter niya without kanang yeah, checking kay muna madala dyan na ang space.
Muna masagara kasi puta na ako labi ng mag-copy paste. Especially it has a different format. I think it's best na you use paste value, right? Especially if you're dealing with numbers.
Uh,
Yep.
that's what makes Google Sheet unique. Because of the Control Shift V ba
Hmm.
feature. I don't think that's gone in Excel.
The paste value, yeah.
Face value.
Yep.
Face value ba? Face value. Ow, ow.
So, wait. Pause lagi. Nakalimot ko. Skate. Hindi, mapause
So
ito.
this is more on the side of I mean creating your data, no, but there's also one there that will really help you determine if your data is reliable. Maybe on our next topic, we will discuss about the COPC QUICA. It stands for consistency, urgency, knowledge, and accuracy.
Cook,
So, huh?
the cook.
Sige. I'm waiting for the
Yes,
chika
yes,
part. Oh,
yes. Yes, yes. I will get to that. Sige.
So, Google Sheet or using a Google Sheet is really um, effective or helpful, especially if you are into your you know where you're currently at in terms of your performance or you're dealing with data because it's easy for you to have let's say you're a better view where you're currently at by creating a dashboard because the Google Sheet is not just only handling data, but also it will give you insight. By creating a dashboard, you can create an insight. Uh, you can do your analysis. You have a better view because everything is there in a Google Sheet. Whereas if let's say here you're using an Excel, you save it in your laptop, then there you go. You left your laptop at home, so it's hard for you to recover those data. Unlike for Google Sheet, all you need to do is log in your credential, your Google credential, and you can access it, right?
True.
Oh, also, when creating your raw data, avoid blank. That also skews the data a bit when if namoy mga blanco. If it's really kanang a blank entry or an empty value, then place in empty or place in zero, place in anything that reflects your data, but don't use blank. Um, in Google spreadsheet, for example, if that particular column is for dates, then you place in a blank on it or dash or whatever. The automatic or the default date that Google spreadsheet would use is 12/1/1986, something like that. So wanna avoid using blanks. Um, and it's sometimes different when it's zero and it's a blank. When you use averages, zero pulls down your total average, but blank doesn't. So if you need that data, like for example, if you're looking at kanang performance by each individual, and fortunately na you kay bottom performers na zero, if you calculate the total team average, that zero is essential or it's is significant, di ba? But if you put it in blank, it would not recognize it. So you'll have you'll be representing wrong data na known. So avoid blank. Just put in anything. Um, and on your raw data, it's best not to put in calculations. If it's raw, just values lang yun. No calculations. Use another sheet for the calculations. Grab the data or whatever formula that you will use um, for your raw data. The reason why is your raw data would amount to thousands, maybe 10,000s. Then you place in a calculation per each row. That would mean that would use up the limits for Google spreadsheets. It has a limit for how many rows, how many columns, how many sheets, how many formulas or calculations you're going to use. But there's also a way, which we can discuss later on, or yeah, later on how to bypass the calculations or the formulas, which Gemini is very useful at. If you're familiar with um, array formula, let me share you my screen again. Sorry. So if you have a data set, um, for example, row, row one, yeah, this is kaniman siya. Based on this, this is row one. Then mo na i-copy paste. So that's 1,000 formulas using row. But if you use array formula, let me use this first. Put in the range. It does all the same formulas on that particular column, but you're only using one. So once if you use Gemini to ask to create a formula for you, include array formula as a prompt. That would greatly help your raw data. Because if you're using Google Forms, if you use row one and copy paste, if familiar mo if gamit mo Google Forms, once mo submit yan si Google Form o entry, it appends manggod a kuan, ang term is append row. So moana na siya, di ba? If nakabantay nakasuway mo. So dire na nun siya, blanco na nun wala magamit. Pero if you use the array formula, bisan pag mo append or mo insert row na siya, mo sunod ra gyud, mo follow ra, dili maguba imong formula. Okay? So, yep.
Nice.
So that's about it. On how you create your raw data and all. But maybe next week we'll do another session for Google Spreadsheet. Back to you, JR.
Right, so there's still time for discussion or
For
questions
Q&A.
or
Yeah.
practical applications or anything or that you would like to expound or we would like to expound on the topic at hand. So again, the topic was about uh, Gemini and ChatGPT. There's no question ChatGPT is better. We're showing instances on how uh Gemini can help improve your on working with Google Sheets. So or talked about ChatGPT and how Gemini can be useful, especially when you're doing spreadsheets, right? So like having the purpose of this video for everyone is to somehow you know make you invaluable in the office, adds more value to your resume, and add more entries to your repertoire, right? So like what do you think, K, is the overall impact for, let's say, for example, adding the knowledge of AI and how to use it, how will it affect your work, and would it really be essential, especially if you're already in the management position, you're already managing people, And what do you think for those people that who don't think that this is essential, and just let their downlines do it, or their direct reports?
Sometimes, if you don't know how to use it, especially if you are in a upper management and you don't know any idea how to do spreadsheet, for example, this AI is really helpful, right? For you to at least have a knowledge to do a certain task. One good example for that one is ito ako hang senior operation manager. Supposedly the bidding ibuhato na sa mga managers. And luckily, all the managers are out on vacation, and they already set a deadline. Workforce has a deadline na it should be submitted on the Friday. However, one of the manager also assigned to it went on a vacation, endorsed it to another manager. And that manager na asa gi-endorse, nag-absent. So there's a deadline and the senior operation manager doesn't know how to do it. So gimanual niya o gimanual niya gihimo sa Excel ang sa spreadsheet ang bidding. Submitted it without validation from a team lead, wala tanan. And shit happens. Sayop tanan. So there are agents getting the bid or schedule na wala sila nagbid at all. Even though they are top one, they end up a bid na wala nila gibid. So that's why it's important, even though that you are on a upper management, you know how to do it, right? But at least if you don't know how to do it, you have the AI. You can ask AI. AI will give you a better perspective on how to do it. Another one is, let's say here, you don't know everything, no? Even though na you are in upper management. Instead of searching for a specific, let's say here, you're trying to search for a certain topic. Let's say here, you don't have any idea what is, let's say here, Lean Six Sigma. Or let's say here, DMAIC. Let's take an example of DMAIC. So instead of browsing websites, searching those videos, at least you can ask AI to help you, give you an overview what is DMAIC is all about. Diba? It's easy that way. I think that's pretty much helpful. That's it.
So meaning it's easier now with AI. The downside, yes, those are good things on that would help us double check work. But on the flip side of things, it's easier to kind of like fake your qualifications. As, let's say, for example, I am I'll apply to a company. Yeah, I don't have a managerial background. I'm just a trainer. And then, hey, I have Lean Six Sigma background. So what can you tell me about that? And you know, the interview is done like remotely, so I can just face the laptop, and then on one hand, and then on the other hand, I'll use the phone to like Google uh Lean Six Sigma stuff, like they make and all that. So what's your take on that? Those that would like to fake fake it till they make it.
Mm. On the negative side of AI, yes, because AI has both positive and negative impact, right? Sometimes, Mongod, I've I've tried it when we proposed a project. We started creating a project charter, but one of the senior operation manager, what yung idea? Na-promote lang ba kay those luwag, fake ang resume? Ganun, ano mga nga na ba? So, when times na naabot na, you can really see it na wa gyud siya idea. And when you ask question or when he asks question, ganang stupid gayo ng mga question ba, at least it will save kanang sa iyang kauwaw ba. If he has a little bit background, kanang dinalian na i-check niya ba na, so di buti pasabot ani. Instead of searching it, di ba? Pwede
Yes.
niya makuha na niya yung overview, at least na siya idea. Maka-relate siya. But the negative side, yes, that can be also kanang, especially I did apply for a role which there's an exam. It's a I did not expect na nasa mga topic na wa pa ko naka-experience. So what I did is I just asked ChatGPT, create a topic. I mean, this is the topic. I want you to create 20 questions based of this blah blah blah. He created a question. So from those questions, he provide the answer. I have a better idea na how to act it. So when I took the exam, uy, mamora man yun. Ang concept mao but the different wordings. So it will really help you a lot.
Yeah.
So,
To add, sorry.
say,
Is
go,
this
go,
the
go.
same? Is this the company where you applied and then they were threatened? Can you tell? Can you tell the audience about?
Now before that,
Yes, yeah.
just like to add, to chat if you look at ChatGPT, their slogan is to boost ideas, diba? So it doesn't create an idea from scratch or doesn't create the idea itself. It just boosts your idea. So if wala kay knowledge of that or wala kay kanang roots of that particular topic, and walay ma-boost si ChatGPT kay ako lang ikuan relate sa kanang Hofstadter's law. It's more on kanang buffer na siya, but it applies mo gud kay sa Hofstadter's law. Mayos lang you break it down into pieces, the more accurate your estimation would be. Hofstadter states na you cannot estimate anything even though bisa pag naguna-huna naka Hofstadter law, you cannot your the accuracy of your estimation will not be kanang kuan gani to the dot na mahitabo. So one way to do that is to break down, if it's a project, break down your projects to sub projects. So each sub project you estimate the time na humana siya, the better accuracy of your estimation would be. So in sa AI sad, if wala kay prompts na sakto, wala kay ideas na sakto, or even the knowledge of that topic na mabutang nimo sa AI, then it would lead you elsewhere gihapon. Or if kakuan mo, di ba? So, yes, it does make ka ng mga fake it till you make it. But I don't know kung ang results would pan out the same. Or the end goal would be more favorable ba sa tao na nag-fake it till you make it. Just my take on it.
Sounds good. So, anything else, Ken, you'd like to add? Okay.
Pera. Wala pa.
So there's still time. There's still time. I guess, but um, there's still things that we'd like to share to you guys, but I think that is it for now. No,
Yep.
anyone would like to add? All good. Okay, I think that's a wrap for this episode of Slam. This is our very first pilot episode. Woo!
Woo.
So we
Pero
hope that you picked up some valuable tips to help you navigate the modern workplace, whether you're in the remote or the office, like what F showed earlier. It's just a start, right? And hopefully you'll come back more for some more lessons. And remember, the goal is to work smarter, not harder. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, or leave a comment, or share it to your coworkers. If there's a topic that you'd like us to cover, let us know, and we'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep slamming your way to a more productive and stress-free work life.